Yes, Mr. Vaibhav, how are you? You are late, man, today.
Sorry, little bit busy.
No problem, buddy.
Fine.
It's fine. Good. Yeah. Okay, guys. So today there will be a lot of fun. So we are going to discuss about IPv4. Yeah. And one more thing, guys, if you find like any questions or anything, you can type it there so that I'll give you an answer. Okay. And it's a bit important to understand, guys. Yeah. Because especially the IP address we are going to use for communications, it's very important. Because still people they are sending me requests, man. Yes, Mr. Mahesh, you are too late today. What happened to you? Perfect. Right. So I just want to ask you quick questions, guys, and previous class. Yeah? Are you ready? Let's go. So the first question is that which technology we are using nowadays for communication? What is the technology in our network we are using? Ethernet technology, right? We are using the technology called Ethernet technology, right, guys? And what is the topology we are using to connect our end devices? What is the topology we are using to connect our
Star
end?
extended network.
Yeah, man, you can type it there because it's fine. You can type it there. Yeah, I think somebody they are using phones and all to connect it, right? It's okay, guys, no problem. Yeah. And how many types of IP addressing systems are there? How many types of IPs address? What are those? What are those? IPv4 and IPv6, right? What is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6? What is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6? That's good, man. IPv4 is a 32-bit addressing system and IPv4 is a 128-bit hexadecimal addressing system. Yeah, because in IPv6 there is a hexadecimal address. Okay, guys. Yeah. So now today what we are going to do, again IPv4 has classified into how many classes? IPv4 has classified into how many classes? 5 classes. What are those? A, B, C, D, and E. Right, guys? Yeah. So basically, IPv4 has classified into 5 classes. The first one is A, A, and B, C, D, and E. Right, guys? And people are keep on trying to, yeah, yeah. So again, what is the range for class A? The class A range is 0 to 127. What is the range for class B? 128 to 191. What is the range for class C? 192 to 223. What is the range for class E? 224 to 239. What is the range for class E? Class D is 224 to 239 and class E is 240 to 255. Okay, guys? Yeah. So these are the total classes, right, guys? Class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. And in each octet, and this 32-bit has divided into how many octets? Because we have IP version 4, which is 32-bit addressing system, right, guys? So we have a IP version 4. It's actually a 32-bit addressing system. This 32-bit has divided into 4 octets. Those are octet 1, octet 2, octet 3, and octet 4, right? Then octet is nothing but what? What is octet, guys? Everybody, what is octet? Octet is nothing but byte. Yeah, 1 byte. Again, 1 byte is equal to how many bits? Octet is nothing but 1 byte. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Yeah. So now octet 1 it has 8 bits. Octet 2 it has 8 bits. Octet 3 it has 8 bits. Octet 4 it has 8 bits. And each octet is divided by dot operator. Right guys? So usually the bit is nothing but what? What is bit? What is bit? Bit is nothing but either it can be a 0 or 1. Right guys? So usually your IP addressing system it will be in binary format. So binary is nothing but zeros and ones. But we don't understand, that's why we are going to convert it into decimal format. How you can convert into the decimal format? How you can convert it into the decimal format? Can anybody explain to me? How you can convert it into the decimal format? It's like a base 2, right guys? It's like a base 2, right? So now, before we start our session, what we are going to do, I just give you one and you please type it for me in decimal format. Okay, I'm going to give you one IP address in binary format and you guys can give it to me in decimal format. Okay, are you ready? Everybody, few of them they are waiting, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, let's add them. Yeah guys, are you ready everybody? Yeah, let's go. So I'm going to give it to you guys. Everybody, please carry your notebooks, okay? Because while I'm going to give you any session, like if I give you something task, just you write it there and it's good for you. Yeah, because we are not in hurry guys. Yeah, don't be in hurry, be yourself cool. Yeah, whenever I give it to you something, you write it yourself and understand it. If you don't understand, just ask me so that I'll explain to you again. Yeah, so let's go and write it for you. Yeah, this is your octet one. This is your octet 2. This is your octet 3. Yeah. Can you please write it for me, this one? Everybody. Can you please write it for me? Right now I have written here in the binary format. You just convert it into the decimal format. Okay, guys? Guys, can you please mute yourself? Can you please mute yourself? Guys, can you please mute yourself? Because most of the people they are going to affect. Yeah? Please, you can mute it yourself. Okay? So, what is the first octet value, guys? Did you remember what are the values? So, once you convert it into binary to decimal, there is a values. Did you remember that? 0, 1, 2, 3, we have converted those, right? What is those values? What are the values we need to remember? Those are 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, right guys? Yeah. Now if you see here, in the first octet, zeros we don't consider it, right? And we are going to consider only the ones. Then if it is a 1, then take that value. It's a 8, 4, 2, 1, right? 8 plus 4 what? 12. 12 plus 2, 14. 14 plus 1, 15. Is it clear everybody guys? Do you understand that how I am calculating? Yeah. Then after that, if you see here in the second octet, the first bit is 128, it's a on. Second bit is 64. Third bit is 16, and fourth 32 and 16. Right? Guys, can you please mute yourself? Tribhuvan, I think Tribhuvan, somebody. Yeah, I am going to put everybody in mute. I think that's better. Yeah. Guys, can you please mute yourself, please? Yeah. There you go. So far, I kept everybody in the mute. Yeah, it's okay. No problem, sir. Yeah, no problem, sir. Yeah, second one is that if you see the second octet, it's a 128 plus 64, 192. 192 plus 32, 224. 224 plus 16, 240. Right, guys? Is it clear, everybody? Yeah? Then after that, if you go to third octet, the third octet is all zeros. So zeros in the sense, you no need to calculate anything. It's simply a zero. And fourth octet, if you go there, 128 plus 64, 192. 192 plus 32, 224. 224 plus 16, 240. 240 plus 8, 248. 248 plus 4, 252. 252 plus 2, 254. 254 plus 1, 255. Is it clear, guys? Why? Because all are the ones there. Yeah. So now, is it clear, everybody? Say yes for me, guys. If you understand this, how to write it, yeah, everybody is clear because this is very important to write. Yeah. If you don't understand that, you cannot able to understand in upcoming class. Yeah. Is it clear, guys? Even if you are not a mathematics student, make sure that this is the number you can remember: 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. Okay. Then after that, simply this binary values, you just put it there. Then after that, whatever is ones, just calculates those bit values. Just add it. Is it clear, guys? Everybody is okay? No problem, sir. Mistakes are common. Do more mistakes. You will be more strong. Yeah? No problem, sir. It's fine. The more you do mistakes, it will be, you will be more strong. Yeah? Good, guys. So far we did this. Now next one is that we have total how many classes, guys? 5 classes. And also, did you remember I discussed about unicast, broadcast, and multicast? We can able to do unicast, broadcast, and multicast, right? Now just tell me, what is unicast? What is unicast? It's a one-to-one communication, right? What is broadcast? What is broadcast? What is broadcast?
Many to many.
What is broadcast? One to all. Broadcast is nothing but one to all. Amol, you are late, man. What happened to you? Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So unicast is nothing but one to one. Broadcast is nothing but one to all. And multicast is nothing but many to many. Right, guys? So now I just want to give you some idea. If you see here, the first three classes, we are going to use it for unicast and broadcast. Okay, guys? So first these 3 classes, we are going to use it for unicast and broadcast. And if you want to do any multicasting, then you need to use class D. And class E, we are going to use research and development. This is not for us, guys. This is for R&D people, research and development. And make sure that most of the time we are going to use either class A or class B or class C. Why? Because we are going to do either one-to-one communication or one-to-all communication. Is it clear, everybody? That's why we are going to use class A or class B or class C. And whenever you want to do a multicasting, that time only you are going to use the class D. And class E, we never use it, guys. That is for R&D. Everybody is okay with this? Say yes or no. Yeah, if you want to do a unicast or broadcast, we are going to use class A, class B, and class C. So unicast is nothing but one-to-one communication, right? Broadcast is nothing but one-to-all communication. For example, if you take your switch and all, initially to build a MAC address, it's going to flood. So that is called, it's like a broadcasting. Your ARP protocol is there, it's going to do the broadcasting. Once it knows that, then automatically it's going to do the unicasting. I'll explain to you those terminology, guys. Don't worry about that. But most of the time we are going to do unicast or broadcast. So is it clear? So for unicast and broadcast, we are going to use class A, class B, class C. And if you want to do a multicasting, then you are going to use the class D. And class E, we never use it, guys. That is for research and development. Now, let's go on deep dive for each and every class. Are you ready? Let's go now. Now, again, each class, right now we have total 5 classes, and mostly we are going to work on class A, class B, and class C. Okay, guys? So mostly you guys has to be very much confident about these 3 classes. Yeah? Class D, you no need to worry about that one, guys. I will explain to you those classes also. You no need to worry. But mostly you need to focus it on class A, class B, and class C. And I just want to ask you, what is the range for class C? Quickly. If I go from starting, everybody can explain to me that. But if you go for class C, what is the range? Class C. It's 192 to 223. Right, guys? It's a 192 to 223. Then class B, what is the range? 128 to 191. And class A, 0 to 127. Yeah? So these 3 classes, we can use it to assign the IP address to your computers. Keep remember that, guys. If you want to assign an IP address to your computer, so what is the purpose and which is the standard protocol that we are going to use for communication? Can anybody type for me there? Which is the standard protocol that we are going to use for communication? Which is TCP IP. Right, guys? What is TCP? What is TCP? TCP is nothing but transmission control protocol. What is the job of TCP? What it does? What is the job of this TCP? It's going to send your information from source to destination, right? Then who's going to tell the source and destination addresses? Who's going to tell the source and destination addresses? The IP, right? So the IP protocol is going to tell you what is the source and what is the destination. The transmission control protocol, it's going to send your information from source to destination. And for internal network, you are going to use for communication purpose either class A or class B or class C. So these 3 classes we are going to use for communication purpose. Right, guys? And again, if you take the class A, 0 to 127 is the range. And class B, 128 to 191. Class C is 192 to 223. And how do you identify the IP address, whether it's a class A or class B or class C? How do you identify it? How you are going to identify? By seeing the first octet, right, guys? For example, if I write one IP address, let's say I have written like this. So now, whenever you see the first octet, if this value is between 0 to 127, then you are going to say it belongs to class A. Right, guys? Everybody is okay? Yeah? And for example, I'm going to write some of the IP addresses. Can you please help me out? It belongs to which class? Okay? This is what? It belongs to which class? Class B, right? This is belongs to which class? It's an invalid IP. Yes, Mr. Root. It's an invalid IP. Right, guys? Say everybody has, most of the people, they saw the first octet and they didn't check it. Yeah? And did you remember that? We discussed about it. In each octet, what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value? What is the minimum value and what is the maximum value in each octet? The minimum value is 0. The maximum value is 255. Right? That's why that day we written. Did you remember that? You can go and store from 0 to 255 in every octet. Right, guys? You cannot go more than that. So, but if you see here, in my third example, I given in the second octet as 280. So this is like an invalid IP address. Are you clear, guys, everybody? Yeah? So make sure that whenever somebody type the IP address, you need to check all the octets is below 255 or not. First of all, you need to check whether the IP address is valid or not. Then after that, you need to identify based on the first octet whether it's a class A or class B or class C. Is it clear? Everybody, don't get confused, guys. It's very easy to identify it, right? So I'm going to give you one more IP address. Is it valid or not? It's valid. It belongs to which class? Somebody type for D, man. It's valid, right? It belongs to class C. Is it clear? Everybody is okay. Guys, don't get confused. Make sure that you write it yourself in your books. After that, you can able to identify it yourself. Yeah? Why? Because whenever you are going to write the exam, that time Cisco, they may ask you some questions related to the IP addressing. They are going to tell you, please identify which are the valid IP addresses and all. Yeah? Now, you can use either class A or class B or class C. I think most of them has a doubt. Why these many classes, man? Why it is? Why don't they keep it in single class? Okay, first I'll explain to you guys, then after that you will understand why they made it these many classes. Okay, let's go and do one by one. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go on deep dive. So, for example, I just want to use class C for my internal network. Class C for my internal network. So what is the range for class C? I missed multicast. Sir, actually we didn't discuss about anything for multicasting. It's like a many to many communication. That's not now. I think Viboy is waiting for that. Yeah, yeah. Are you understand, sir? We didn't discuss about anything about multicasting. Yeah, we have a separate session for that. Usually we are going to use unicast and broadcast, and these three classes we are going to use it for that, unicast and broadcast. Guys, can you please mute yourself? Guys, can you please mute yourself? Your friends, they will get angry, not me. I don't have any problem. Yeah, please mute yourself. Okay, now let's go and see it. Are you ready? So actually I decided to use class C for my internal network for communicating. Are you understand? Yeah. In that, if you go to the class C, the range is 192 to 223. Right, guys? Everybody agree? Now, again, this class C, they divided. Usually, how many octets are there in class C, guys? How many octets are there? You type it for me there. In class C, how many octets are there? 4 octets. Any IP address, if you take it, it's a 4 octets, right? Again, in class C, if you want to use, there is a rule, guys. The rule is that this class C, again, it has divided into two portions. The first portion is network. The second portion is host. Yeah. Again, the class C has divided into two portions. What is that? Network and host portion. Everybody is getting a doubt. What is this network and what is host? Right? I'll give you one example, guys. I will give you one example. For example, if I ask you where you are staying, I am staying in Mumbai. Right? And if I ask another guy, where you are staying, he said, I am also staying in Mumbai. And I asked one more guy, he said to me, I am also staying in Mumbai. Right? But if I ask him in Mumbai, where you are staying, he said that I am staying in, I know only Pahim, guys. Sorry for that. I know only Pahim because I was there for my CCNA. So one guy told me I am staying in Pahim. And one more guy, he said to me, I am staying in somewhere else. So I am staying in somewhere else. But your network is the same, right? What is your network? Is Mumbai. So the common one is the network. Are you understand, guys? The one which is changing is the host. For example, let me understand you guys. For example, somebody asked me, Seshu, where you are staying? I am staying in Dubai, man. Where you are staying? I am staying in Dubai. Yeah. And what's your house number? For each and every person is a different house number. Right, guys? So the common one is we can call it as a network, and the changing portion we can call it as a host. Is it clear, everybody? Yeah? Everybody understand this concept, guys. It's very important to understand. Why? Because if the devices, for example, I decided to use class C for my communication, again class C, they divide into two portions. The first one is network and second one is the host. And once, if the network portion is matched, then only the devices they can able to talk each other. Why? Because they feel that they are in the same network and they can able to talk each other. Is it clear, everybody? Understand? That's why if you are going to use class C, Again, the class C is divided into two portions. The first one is network, second one is the host. So the network portion is the common for everybody, but the host portion is going to change. Right, guys? Now, let's say how many network portions and how many host portions are there. There is 3 network portions in class C. So the first 3 octets are the network and the last portion is the host. Is it clear, everybody? Understand? So if you want to use class C for your IP addressing system, make sure that the first 3 portions should be common for everybody and remaining the last portion is going to change. Everybody understand this? Everybody, guys, give me yes or no. Yeah, class C as divided into network and host portion. In case if you want to use class C for your communications, for example, I just want to give you one IP address, guys. Okay, let's say 192.168. Let's say 1.1. So first of all, is it valid IP address or not? Oh, our favorite guy Proful is going to come, man. Yeah, yes, Proful, you are late. No problem. Yeah, first of all, tell me, everybody, is it valid IP address or not? Is it valid IP address or not? It's a valid IP, right? Then after that, it belongs to which class? It belongs to which class? It's a class C. In class C, how many network portions are there? In class C, how many network portions are there? 3. In class C, how many network portions are there? 3, right? So what are those? The first 3 portions means this is 1, 2, and 3. These 3 portions we can call it as a network. And the last portion you can call it as a host. Everybody understand? First of all, you need to understand like that, guys. Is it clear for everybody? Yeah? So in class C, the first 3 portions are the network and the last portion is the host. Now, here what is the network portion in the given IP address? Is it a class C or class B or class A? This IP address. This IP address belongs to which class? Class C. Here, how many portions are the network? Everybody. How many portions? Can you type it for me? 192 dot. Can you type it for me? 3 portions. What is those? Yeah, Mr. Singh, thank you. What is those? Everybody has to. 192.168.1. So the first 3 portions means these 3 portions are the network. And what is the last portion? What is the last portion? The last portion is 1 and this is host. Agree? So right now I am planning to use, this is the range of IP address I am planning to use. Try to understand, guys, don't get confused. Now this is the IP address I have given to one computer. Let's say this is computer 1 and I given 192.168.1.1. And what is the rule? The rule is that if the devices, if they want to talk each other, they should be in the same network, right? So now I am planning to use class C for my communications and I want to connect one more computer in my network. And if the computer 1 wants to talk to the computer 2, then what is the IP address we should give it to this? Can you please guess and type it for me there? Everybody. Are you understand, guys? Yeah. Yes, Singh, you are right. Please go ahead. What is the IP address? Guys, here most of them, I think you know it, the networking. That's why you are able to tell very easily, man. Mr. Singh, do you understand? Because try to understand it. What is the thumb rule? The thumb rule is that if the devices in the network, if they want to talk each other, they should be in the same network. Then only they can able to talk. Are you clear? So here, if you are planning to use class C, again the class C is divided into 2 portions. The first one is network and second one is host. So in class C, there is 3 network portions and one is the host portion. Now I decided to use class C for my internal communications. Right, guys? That's why what I did, I have taken couple of computers, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. Now these 4 computers, they want to talk each other, right? Try to understand it. So what we are going to do usually, we are going to take a switch, right? And we will connect it. Everybody understand, guys? And which is the cable we are using to connect? Can you type for me quickly? Which is the cable we are going to use to connect? What is the cable we are using? UTP, right? And it's a straight cable, right, guys? Don't get confused. So what I am going to do, I am going to take a switch and I'm going to connect all the devices, right? Now what I'm going to do, I decided to use class C for internal communication. And for class C, how many networks and how many hosts are there in class C? Type it for me quickly. How many networks and how many hosts are there in class C? 3 networks and 1 host, right? That's good. Now, I just given a IP address to one computer, 192.168.1.1. So, this is the IP address, it belongs to class C, right? So, here the first 3 portions are the network and the last portion is the host. Is it valid or not? First of all, help me out. Is it valid or not? It's a valid, right? Now I want to keep another computer also in the same network. Why? Because if I keep another computer into the same network, then only they can able to talk each other. Now help me out. What is the IP address for second computer? You just guess and tell me. Everybody. So I can give 192.168.1.2. Is it clear? Everybody. So here the network portion should match. Are you clear, guys? Everybody understand? If the computers, if they want to talk each other, so actually I decided to use class C. In class C, there is a 3 networks and one is the host, right? Now, if the computers, if they want to talk each other, the network portion should match. Then what is the IP address for third? PC3, 1.3, 192.168.1.3. And what is the IP address for fourth? What is the IP address for fourth? 192.168.1.4. Now, if anybody asks you, if they bring the new computer, if they bring the new computer to your network, then what is the IP address you are going to specify? 1.5. Then what is next computer? In case if they bring some other computers into the network, 1.6. Like this, you can go up to where? Up to where you can go? You can go up to, I don't know, man. Amul and all, they know it. Yes, Mr. Amul, you know networking. That's why you are telling 254. But as I know that 255 only, right? The last IP address is 255. Right or wrong, guys? Everybody? Yeah? So I can go up to 255, but I'll explain to you. Yeah? Is it clear, everybody? So the thumb rule is that, I don't know broadcasting, ma'am. Singh is saying something. Yeah, I don't know broadcasting. Yeah, let me understand that. Yeah, we will understand, then we will write it for you. Yeah, first of all, we need to understand. Yeah, so now I decided to use class C. The class C has divided into 2 portions. The first one is network and second one is host. So the thumb rule is that if the devices, if they want to talk each other in the network portion should be same, right? The host portion is going to change. So this is what. Now I decided to use 192.168.1 network, and the IP address I started with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, guys? Everybody is okay with this? Say yes or no. So far, everybody is clear. Everybody is clear. Now my concern is that you need to understand one more important thing, guys. If somebody asks you, man, what is the, for example, what's your network? Which network you are using? What is the network you are using? What is the net? No, you should not say class C. Because that is the basics, yeah? Because it's like fundamental. But if anybody, good, but at least you are trying to figure it out, yeah? If somebody, they ask you a question, what is your network? Ethernet is a type of technology that you are using. But here, in your internal communications, which network you are using? For example, I joined in your company as a new. That time you are going to tell me, man, for internal communications, we are using 192.168.1 network. Are you clear, guys? You understand? You should not tell your IP address. Always, if anybody asks you, you should tell them that I'm using 192.168.1 network. That's it. If you tell them, oh, I'm using 192.168.1.2, then I can understand. Let's go and try to, try to hack his computer, because you have some sniffing tools over there. You can install those tools in your computer and you try to scan your computer also, other computers in the network. Okay, guys? If somebody they ask you, then you need to tell them I'm using 192.168.1 network. Is it clear, everybody, guys? Is it clear, everybody? Say yes or no. Actually, Tejas, you are typing something. I'm coming to you that point. Yeah? Right. Now, the second thing is that you need to understand, guys. Right now, we are using the network called 192.168.1. Right? For every network, There is a network ID, there is a broadcast ID. Are you clear, guys? There is a network ID and there is a broadcast ID. Let's just give the gap. Yeah, I need to write something there in the middle. There is a network ID and there is a broadcast ID. Right now, I am using the network 192.168.1. network. Is it agree? Everybody is okay? For this network, what is the network ID? The network ID is nothing but the starting IP address. We can call it as a network ID. So here, what is the starting IP address, guys? Did you notice that? We can start with 0. Right, guys? We can start with 0, right? The IP address you can start with 0. For example, if you take 192.168.1 network, the starting IP address is 192.168.1.0. After that 192.168.1.1. After that 1.2. After that 1.3. Then you can go up to where? 192.168.1.255. Why? Because in every octet you can store from 0 to 255. Right or wrong? Say yes or no, everybody. Yep. So now what I did, the first IP address is going to start with 0 and the IP address is going to end with 255, right? So now the first IP address we can call it as a network ID, which is 192.168.1.0, and the broadcast ID is 192.168.1.255. You understand, guys? So always remember that the network ID and broadcast ID, we cannot use it for IP addressing system. Okay, guys, you cannot assign these IPs to your computers. So network ID is nothing but this is the address we are going to identify your network. The broadcast ID is nothing but that is the boundary of your network. Are you clear, guys? Everybody understand this? And what are the IP addresses we are going to use? Those IP addresses we can call it as a valid IP addresses. So what are those? What are the valid IP addresses, guys? It's a 192.168.1.1 to 1.254. So these are the valid IP addresses. Is it clear? Everybody understand this? Yeah? Everybody understand this? Say yes or no. Guys, it's very important. You need to understand. If you feel that if you don't understand, then you will not able to understand the networking. It's very, very important. IP addressing is very, very important, guys. Try to understand this. Yeah. So now the network ID is 192.168.1.0 and the broadcast ID is 1.255. So 1.0 is the network ID, 1.255 is the broadcast ID. The valid IP address are 1.1.254, yeah? 1 to 1.254. Is it clear, everybody? Yeah? And I just want to ask you some questions. Are you ready? I just want to ask you some questions. Are you ready? Yeah? Let's go. Now what I'm going to do now, I have a computer, PC1, PC2, and PC3. And I have given one IP address 192.168.1.100. And I given one more IP address as 192.168.1.200. I given one more IP address 1.1.150. Now my question is that, first of all these three computers, are they in the same network or not? All these three computers, are they the same network or not? Oh, somebody is typing no. Who's that, man? Verify it. All these three computers, they are in the same network or not? Yeah. So what is the network? What is the network? 192.168.1, right? So now the first computer I have given the 100, the second computer I have given 200, and third computer they are in 150. So will they able to talk each other? Will they able to talk each other? Why? Why they are going to talk each other? What's the reason? What's the reason? Because they are in the same network. Because they are in the same network. Right, guys? But here I didn't start with 1. I started 100, 200, 150. Like randomly I have given the IP addresses. Is it fine? Can I give the randomly the IP addresses? Is it fine? Yeah? You can. You understand, guys? So you can give any one IP address. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right, guys? You can give any one IP address. It doesn't matter. Right? Now I just want to ask you. That's what I am coming, Mr. Santosh. Yeah, I am also very exciting to tell about that. Yeah, yeah, Mrs. Santosh, we'll comes to know about that. Yeah, let's see now. Now, let's see here. I don't know after 254 what we have to do, man. I don't know. Yeah, let's wait now. Now, let's see here. In the first, third IP address, I have given like this 192.168.2.150. So, will these three computers, they are in the same network? Why? It started with 192, no? What's the problem there? It started with 192, no? It started with 192, no? What's the problem? Ah, you need to tell them it's a different network, right? You have to tell them they are in the same class. You need to tell like this, guys. It's in the same class, but it's in different network, right, guys? They are in the same class, but it's in different network. So 192.168.1 and 1.100 and 1.200, they are in the same network. Are you understand, guys? And 192.168.2, it's in the same class, but it's a different network. Are you clear, guys? That's why we are not able to communicate. That's why we are not able to communicate. Right, guys? Are you able to understand everybody? Say yes or no. Right? Now, I just want to go one more thing. Are you ready, guys? I just want to go one more thing. Now, I can start my IP address 192.168.1.0. So 1.0 we can call it as what? We can call it as a network ID. Right? We can call it as a network ID. It's going to identify your network. And what is the next IP? 1.1. What is the next IP? 1.2. Like this, you can continue up to where? You can continue 1.254. Then after that, the last IP address 192.168.1.255. So this is, you can call it as a broadcast ID. Are you clear, guys? It's a boundary of your network. And these are, you can call it as a valid IPs. Okay, guys? Everybody understand? Now my question is that after 1.255, what is the next? What is the next? Can we extend 192.168.1 network? Can we extend? Can we extend 192.168.1 network? No, we cannot extend it, right? You need to go for another network. What is that? It's a 192.168.2.0. Again, 2.0 to where you can go? Up to where? 2.0. 2.0 is the, what is that? 2.0 is what? 2.0 is what? It's a network ID. It's a network ID. And you can start with again 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 up to where? 2.254. Then 2.255 is the broadcast ID. Now 192.168.1 is one network and 192.168.2 is another network. Right or wrong, guys? So these are the two different networks. Right? They don't speak each other. Yeah, if the computers, if they want to talk each other, they should be in the same network. Then only they can talk. So actually, Santoshi asked me a question. In case if I want to extend this, what I have to do? That's why the limitation for class C, you can go how many IP addresses in class C in one network? Everybody, 254. Are you understand, guys? Mr. Santosh, are you clear? That's why whenever you are going to design the network, make sure that if the computers have less than 254, then only you can go with class C. Otherwise, you don't use the class C. So that's why we have a next class, which is class B. Is it clear, everybody? Understand, everybody, guys? Any doubt so far? Yeah? Can we play something else with IP addressing system? I don't know, sir. I don't know subnetting, ma'am. I think Shilpa or somebody asking. Sorry for that. I don't know subnetting, ma'am. I know only right now what I'm just on my board, whatever things are there, I'm going to focus only those stuff. Yeah? I'm sorry for that. Because right now, focus it, ma'am. Because if you focus about the IP addressing first, then after that, we will see the subnetting and all. Yeah? We have a lot of stuff is there, FLSM is there, VLSM is there, CIDR is there. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Sharon, it's perfectly all right. Yeah, it's 192.160. First, be focus it. Yeah, whatever I'm trying to explain to you here, be focus it. Make yourself more strong. Yeah, that's very, very important. That's correct, Sharon. Yeah, it's 192.168.3, then after that 4, then after that 5, like that. So now let's come back to this one. In class C, how many network portions are there? Everybody, how many network portions are there? 3, right? Network, I'll take the black pen. Yeah? There is 3 network portions. Network, network, network. And how many host portions are there? Only 1, right guys? And this host portion is how many bits? How many bits? This host portion is how many bits? 8 bits. And we have a formula 2 power 8. 2 power 8 is nothing but what? 2 power 8 is nothing but what? 2 power 8. Dear, not 2 power 7. 2 power 8. Mr. Mohammed, what is this, man? 2 power 7 is nothing but 127. Yeah? 2 power 8 is nothing but 256. Agree? Yeah? No problem, sir. It's fine. Do more mistakes. Yeah, 2 power 8 is nothing but 256. Right, guys? So now if you see, if you observe there, we are starting with 192.168.1.0 and we are going to ending with 192.168.1.255. So total how many IP addresses you are getting? Total 256, 0 to 255, 256. But what we are doing, we are making minus 2. Why we are doing minus 2? What's the reason? Why we are doing minus 2? What is the reason? Can anybody talk to me about this? Why we are doing? Yeah, because minus 2 is nothing but one IP address we are using for network ID and one IP address we are using for broadcast ID. Is it clear, everybody? Understand, everybody? Yeah, that's why we have the valid IP address are 254. Everybody understand this? Say yes or no, guys. Say yes or no. Any doubt so far about class C? Any doubts so far about class C? Everybody is clear? Yeah. So that's the reason whenever you have a one host portion which is 8 bits, 8 bits is nothing but 256. Out of 256, you are saying that minus 2. So the minus 2 is nothing but one for network ID and one for broadcast ID. Let's add this Gopal, man, is keep on trying, yeah? Right. Now one for network ID and one for broadcast ID. That's why you're going to say minus 2. Then the valid IP addresses are 254. Right, guys? So if you take class C, the maximum IP addresses you are going to get 254. Santosh, are you clear? That's why whenever you are going to design the network, make sure that if you have a requirement less than 254, then you are going to use class C. Is it clear, Santosh? Are you understand? Yeah, that's good. Now, second thing is that I just want to ask you some funny question, guys. Yeah, I'm very curious to ask this. Fahad also there, man. Let's go and add it now. Yeah. Now, in class C, how many networks and how many hosts? How many networks and how many hosts in class C? Yeah, 3 network, 1 host. Why? You guys know about it. But how your computer knows there is 3 networks and 3 hosts are there? How it knows? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, guys? Does your computer knows? Try to understand, little bit go. I don't know, man, this why boy every time saying that subnetting. I don't know subnetting, man. Yeah? Vaibhav, we don't know subnetting so far. Yeah? So now, how your computer knows in the given IP address, these portions are belongs to the network and these portions are belongs to the host. For example, right now you know that whenever you see 192.168. Who is that? Sorry to interrupt, but I want to know the use of network ID. Yeah, that's good, sir. The network ID is going to represent the whole network. You understand, sir? For example, I want to give internet access. Mr. Ankit, yeah, Ankit, yeah, let's see here. Let's see, Ankit, for example, you are planning to use 192.168.1.0 network, right? I am little bit advanced, sorry guys, yeah? So 1.0 network. Now 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, like this. There is so many IP addresses are there. Up to how many IP addresses are there, Ankit, in class C? Only Ankit can answer it, guys, okay? Ankit, type it for me there. How many IP addresses are there? You can get it in class C. This is the network you are planning to use. How many IP addresses? How many? No, no, first we will finish Ankit, then we will go to the next question, yeah? Ankit, how many, right now I'm planning to use 192.168.1 network, right? So here how many IP addresses you are going to get in this class? Yeah, Ankit. I think Ankit is not there, man. You are going to get 256 actually, right, Ankit? Out of 256, we are not going to use two IP addresses. You are going to use 254, right? Now, you are planning to give internet access to all these people. Whoever there in the network, in the same network, you want to give internet access. Are you understand, Ankit? That time what you are going to do, to give the internet access for each and every IP address, it's difficult for you to write a rule 192.168.1.1 when I go to internet access, because I need to write some rules 1.2, 1.3. For me, it's difficult for me to write all the IP address, right? So instead of that, what I will do, I will say 192.168.1.0 network. That's it. So whenever you say 1.0, it's represent the whole network. Is it clear? You understand, Ankit? Yeah, that's why we are going to use the network ID. And the broadcast ID is nothing but, in case if you want to do any broadcasting, if you want to send a message to everybody, then you are going to use the broadcast ID. Yeah, is it clear, Ankit? Ankit, are you okay? Perfect. Now there is one more question, man. What is this? Vikram is asking. Why we are using class B instead of class C? Use it, man. No problem. There nobody will charge. No problem. Because still I don't know what is the purpose of class B. That's why I'm not using. Once I understand the difference between class B and class C, then I can know why I'm not using that. Are you understand? Yeah, Vikram? Yeah, that's perfect. You can use it, no problem. Vikram, class B, you can use it. Class A, you can use it. There is nobody will come and ask you. You can use it any class, yeah? First, we will try to understand those classes. What is the purpose? Okay, oh, so means if you send the packets to 1.255, then it will go to everyone. Yeah, that's what the ARP is going to do, sir. There is a protocol called ARP. So that protocol, what it does, it's going to send the ARP to the entire network. Yeah? So we have a couple of things are there. I'll show it to you those. Okay? So to identify because whenever the broadcast will go in that network, where it will go, until where it's going to reach means until the last IP address it's going to reach. So that's why we can call it as a boundary. It's a boundary of your network. Is it clear, Mr. Mohammed? The network ID is the starting, and yeah, let's go. And somebody is trying to access, man. Yeah. Now guys, try to come back to our point. Our point is that, as you know that in class C, the first three portions are the network and the last portion is a host, right guys? But you know this, but how your computers knows about it? That's why we can have a subnet mask. Are you understand, guys? We can have a subnet mask. Based on the subnet mask, your computers, they can comes to know what is the network and what is the host portion. Are you clear? Everybody is okay? Because whenever you see in your IP addressing system, first you will find IP address, then after that the next row it will be subnet mask. Okay guys? Because based on the subnet mask, your devices, they comes to know what is the network and what is the host portion in the given IP address. Is it clear, everybody? Because in the interview they may ask you, man, what is the purpose of subnet mask? You need to tell them the purpose of subnet mask is that in the given IP address, you can able to know how many network portions are there, how many host portions are there. Is it clear, everybody? Understand? Everybody, say yes or no. Yeah, guys. Yeah. So now I am going to explain to you. For example, in class C, the first three portions are the network portions. Always remember, guys, the network portion we are going to say 1. The host portion we are going to identify with 0. Yeah. Let's come back this. What is this 1? What is this 0? Let's try to understand it. So now in this first octet, how many bits are there? How many bits are there? 8 bits, right? So always the network bits, I can say that consider as a 1. The network bits we need to consider as a 1. So 8 bits is nothing but 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then after that, the second portion. Then it's a network or host, the second portion. Everybody, it's a second network portion. How many bits are there? How many bits? 8 bits. So the network portion always indicating with 1, right? We are going to signify with 1. Then how many ones we need to write? 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then third one is a network or host. It's a network or host. Everybody, it's a network. How many bits? 8 bits. Right, guys? Then the network portion is going to identify with 1. So how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the last one is host. Host is nothing but how many bits? Everybody, 8 bits. Then we are going to identify with the host portion with 0. Right, guys? How many zeros? How many zeros? 8 zeros. Now convert this value into binary to decimal. So if you convert this, what is the value? What's the value? Hello, Mr. Singh, what is this? What's the value? If you convert all these bits, what is the value? 255, right? Yeah, Mr. Singh, I'm sorry for that, just making fun. Yeah. And what is this value? 255. What is this value? 255. What is this value? 0. Understand, everybody? So whenever you write, you understand, guys? Whenever you write 192.168.1.10 and you are going to write 255.255.255.0. So whenever you write this, which means what is that? Which means the first three portions are the network and the last portion is the host. Is it clear, everybody? Understand this? Say yes or no. Everybody. Mr. Singh, are you okay? Do you understand this? Yeah? Where is Mr. Singh? Yeah? It's clear for you now? Yeah, guys? And some people write, they don't write the complete 255, 255, 255.0. Some books, they don't write it, guys. Then you will get some confused. Here, how many ones are there? Can you please tell me? How many ones are there? How many ones? Total. Total. How many ones? Hello, not 8, man. Total, how many ones? So the first portion is 8 ones, the second portion is 8 ones, and third portion is 8 ones. So that's why they simply write /24. Are you clear? So some people, what they are going to do, they are going to write the IP address 192.168.1.10/24. The moment when you see that, what it does mean? The moment when you see that, what does that mean? Whenever you see /24, it's saying that in the given IP address, the first three portions are the network and the last portion is the host. Are you clear, guys? Because they are going to tell only the network portion. This 24 represent the network bits. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear, everybody? Yeah? Because what they are going to do, they are going to write the subnet mask. They don't write like this 255.255.255.0. In the books and all, whenever you see some topologies, they used to write like this. For example, 192.168.100.0/24. Yeah? So here, what is the network? Whenever you see that, what is the network? I don't know CADR, sir. Still, we don't know about that. Yeah? What is this? 192.168.100.0. Here, what is the network here? Mr. Mohammed, what is the network here? What is the network here? Actually, Mohammed is trying to tell about CADR, classless interdomain routing. Its value representing the network bits. That's correct, sir. Yeah, we'll come to know about that. No, Mr. Mohammed, see there. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this. See there. What is the network here? Everybody, guys, can type it for me there. What is the network? 192 dot. Oh, Praful, you are typing something different. Yeah. The network is that 192.168.100. Are you understand, guys? The network is that 192.168.100. Yeah, the host is 0. Are you clear? If somebody asks you what is the network, you need to tell them my network is 192.168.100. And what is the subnet mask, guys? What is the subnet mask here? The subnet mask is /24, means the first 24 bits are the network, right? The network bits, we can call it as, right? So instead of 255.255.255, and they simply write /24. Everybody is okay. Any doubt so far about class C? Yeah? Any doubt so far? Everybody is okay. Now, let's go and see like a small practical, guys. Are you ready? Can we see it? Yeah? Are you ready to see some small lab? Yeah, let's go and see it. So that you will get more clear. Let's go here. Guys, did you create the account? Yeah, everybody in NetAccount. If you see in the top, netaccount.com, you have to create the account there. Everybody is create the account, man. You can able to download it. Okay? Right. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a switch here and I'm going to take a couple of computers there. Guys, everybody is understanding, right? No confuse. Right? Are you able to understand everybody? Yeah? No confuse at all, right? We should not be get any confused, guys. If you get confused, you're not able to understand. Yeah? It's very important. IP addressing system is very, very important. Let's go now. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect these computers. So for connecting these computers to your switch, you just take the connections. Did you see here? There is connections, right? Just click on that. Between your computer to the switch, which cable you are going to use, guys? Can anybody know it? Straight cable, right? In case if you don't know, where should we create a account? Vikram, you do one thing. You just Google it, type there Net Academy. Then after that, once you go to that website, on the right side, you will find sign in. Yeah? Then you can able to, sign up is there. You can able to sign up the account. Yeah, Vikram? Is it clear? You can able to create your own account. Yeah? Perfect. Now, if you don't know which cable you are going to use, that time what you are going to do, guys? Simply take this. Did you see here what is written there? Automatically choose connection type. Did you notice that? Whenever I move the first one, it's showing that automatically choose connection type, which means it knows it. Between the computer and the switch, you are going to use the straight cable. That's why if anybody is get confused, guys, don't get confused. Let me explain to you. Did you notice this? This icon. It's written like this, right? This is saying that if you want to connect from computer to the switch, I don't know which cable I have to use, either straight cable or cross cable. That time what you can do, select this, then after that, just drag and drop it. Then automatically it knows that between computer and switch, it should use straight cable. Are you clear, guys? If you know exactly we need to use the straight cable, then go see here, there is a straight line is there. Did you see here? Copper straight. Are you understand, guys? Here in the down, you can able to see it, man. Here. Here you are able to see here. Yeah? You can able to see there. Now what I'm going to do now, let's go and see, just when I move there, do you see there copper straight through? Everybody. Are you able to see that? Why? Because why I'm asking you these questions, guys, because in maybe in upcoming days you need to build your own lab, right? That time you should not get confused. That's what my main concern. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do now, let's take the automatic connection. Yeah. Now from PC just connected. The first port, see here, this is actually how many port switch it is? Everybody. How many port switch, guys? It's a 24 port switch. Yeah. and automatically it choose the first port. Did you notice that? Then after that, take another cable, automatically it choose the second port, fast Ethernet 0 by 2, and it's going to take another cable, fast Ethernet 0 by 3. Are you understand, guys? Actually, this is the switch, and it's going to start with fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So what is fast Ethernet? Again, I'm getting confused, man. What is this? What is fast Ethernet? Means what is specifying exactly? Whenever you see the fast Ethernet, it's going to support 100 Mbps. Are you clear, guys? Everybody understand this? If it is a fast Ethernet means 100 Mbps, right? And 0 by 1, what is 1? What is 0? Can anybody explain to me? What is 0 and what is 1? And the second port, it's saying that fast Ethernet 0 by 2. And third port, it's saying that fast Ethernet 0 by 3. Yes, that's correct. The 0 is nothing but it's a module. 1 is nothing but the port. Are you clear, guys? Everybody is okay? You can say it's a slot, no problem. Yeah? Are you clear, guys? Everybody? Yeah, like this you will find it. Now, what I'm going to do, right now I build my network. Now I want to do a communication. So for doing the communication, yeah, for doing the communication, what I have to do, I need to assign the IP address. Right or wrong, guys? Right now these three computers, they are connected into my network, right? So let's go and assign the IP address. Yeah, that's good, man, Miss Mohammed, super. Thank you. Ethernet is 10 Mbps, faster Ethernet is 100 Mbps, gigabit is 1000 Mbps, right? Now what I'm going to do now, let's go and assign the IP address. Just click on this computer, then go to the desktop and click on the IP configuration. Once you click on the IP configuration, what is this? Again, there is a static, there is a DHCP. What is this, guys? Everybody know about it. What is DHCP? What is static? Static is nothing but manually. Static is nothing but manually. Yeah, you are going to assign the IP address manually. Then what is DHCP? DHCP is nothing but dynamic host configuration protocol, right? But what is the difference between static and dynamic? Can anybody know it? The static is nothing but, as the administrator, you are going to each and every computer, you are going to assign the IP address. That is called manual. The dynamic is nothing but, you no need to go each and every computer, you are going to configure DHCP server in your network. The DHCP server is going to take care of it to assign the IP address. Oh, DORA, Mr. Singh, what is the DORA? Discover offer request acknowledgement? We don't know about that so far. Yeah, we comes to know in upcoming classes. Are you clear, guys, everybody? For example, if you want to assign a manually to each and every computer to IP address, you need to select static. In case if you have a DHCP server, you don't need to do anything. Just you can go and connect your computer into the network, then automatically you will get the IP address from DHCP server. Are you understand, guys? So which is the preferred method? Which is the good, static or dynamic? Which is the good, guys, everybody? What is the preferred method? DHCP? Why? Most of them is escape, man. Most of them is escapism. Yeah? Actually, yeah, that's good. Because in case in your company, you have a lot of devices in your network, it's very difficult for us to go and assign the IP address to each and every device, right? That time what we are going to do, we are going to configure the DHCP and we will tell them just connect your computer into the network, then automatically you will get the IP address. Are you understand, guys? If you have a 3-4 computers, then I am going to just go and assign the IP address manually. Right, guys? Yeah, big, even nowadays, if it is a 10 computers, 20 computers also, they are going to use DHCP. Yeah? It's no headache, guys. It's no headache. For example, I just visit to your home and you said that, sir, you want the internet? Yeah, I want the internet. Then after that, you given me the password. When I enter the password, immediately I'll get the internet access, right? In case if you put manual there, then I need to wait for you until you come and assign the IP address, right? Is it clear, everybody? Guys, everybody understand the difference between static and DHCP? Say yes or no. Yeah? Say yes or no, guys. It's clear for you, right? Now let's go and statically, because I don't have a DHCP server. The PC is not getting IP DHCP server if you get APIPA. I don't know APIPA, man, automatic private IP addressing system. I don't know now. Yeah, I will explain to you when the DHCP will be there. Yes, Mr. Praful, is it clear? Because now we don't want to go, because most of them here, they are into the basic level. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Praful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now let's go the IP addressing system, guys. Now, what is the network? I think we will ask Mr. Singh. Singh, you tell me which network you are planning to use. You are the administrator for this network, and what is the IP address you are planning to give? 192.168.1.1? Yeah? Let's go. See, guys, whenever I type 192.168.1.1, if you notice here, there is a subnet mask over there. Did you see here, everybody? The second row, it is a subnet mask. The moment when I press tab, automatically the subnet mask has come. Did you see that? Everybody. So what it's saying that 255.255.255, which means, as I told you, the first three portions are the network and the last portion is the host, right? And instead of that, how you can write it? Instead of 255, 255.255.0, how you can write? What is the other method? How you will write it? Everybody. I don't want to write like this. In the books and all, you will find it in another method. What is that? What is another method? It's a /24. Right, guys? Everybody understand? That's good, man. Yeah? Let's go. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to another computer. Yes, Mr. Singh, you and me has to follow this. Yeah, we need to complete this task. Let's go to another computer. Go to the desktop and click on the IP configuration. What is the IP address for this computer? It's 1.2. Okay, but I want to give 1.100. Is there any problem? I want to give 1.100. Is there any problem? Everybody, no problem, right? Let's go. Is it clear, guys? But I want to give the same IP address. Can I? I want to give the same IP address. 192.168.1.1 I have given, but I want to give the same IP address. What is the problem there? What is the problem? So many guys are saying that conflict. Yes, it's going to be a conflict, guys, because in the interviews and all, you need to use this word conflict, right? What is meaning of conflict? What is meaning of conflict? If somebody they ask you, what is meaning of conflict? Conflict is nothing but duplication. Yeah, your IP address is duplicate. Yeah, conflict. Sorry, man, it's very complicated guy. He's a conflict guy. Yeah, we cannot deal. He's behave like the same other person, right? So that's why we don't use it. If you try like this, see, you got one message. This address is already used in the network. Are you able to see that, everybody, guys? Did you see this? Yep. So that's why I'm going to use 192.168. Other IP. So let's go and give 1.100, right? Now after this, let's go to this computer. Go to the desktop and go to the IP configuration. Then after that, what is the IP address, Mr. Singh? Which IP address you want to give? 150? Let's go. Is it clear, guys? Everybody understand that? And what is the IP address we given? The first computer. We given 192.168.1.1. The second computer, what is the IP address? 192.168.1.200. Yeah. And third, 192.168.1.150. Everybody is okay with this so far. Yeah. Now, I want to check what is the IP address I assigned to this computer. How can I know? Because I entered this, but I joined in this company. Mr. Singh is the administrator. Due to some reason, he went outside. But I want to check what is the IP address he assigned to this computer. How I know? Are you understand, guys? If we want to check what is the IP address, yeah, how can I know? So, good, man. Vikram, you remember that ncpa.cpl? Good. But usually, guys, we need to go to the command prompt, which means CMD. Yeah? In the command prompt, you need to type ipconfig without space, guys. You need to type ipconfig. Means I want to see the, no, Vipin, it should not be a space, Vipin. Yeah, be careful. You should give without space. Yeah, IP config. Yeah, then after that, there is one more command is there, ipconfig slash. For slash, what you can do, guys, give little bit space and give all, but without space also you will work, but we are bit professional, right? So that's why we will use ipconfig space slash all. Is it clear, everybody? There is a two commands over there by checking your IP address. The first one is ipconfig and second one is ipconfig slash all. Are you ready? Can we go and see it, guys? Yep, let's go. Now what you are going to do now, just go here, and did you see here there is one more window is there, command prompt. Are you able to see that here? To assign the IP address, you are going to IP configuration, and to check what IP address we given, then we are going to use command prompt, right? So just go to the command prompt. Then after that, type here IP config, right, guys? Then press enter. Did you notice that you are getting, oh, what is this, man? It's giving some IPv6 address. What is that again? What is this? Did you notice this? Don't worry about that. Okay, guys, we comes to know what is IPv6 also. Yeah, this is your link local address. You don't worry about that. That's your IPv6. Right now we are working on which one? IPv4 or IPv6? Oh, what is this ISP? No, 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 it's not ISP. No, Mr. Singh, it's not ISP. Don't get confused. It's just IPv6 address. Okay, it's going to bind with your MAC address or something. Yeah, it's a local link local address. Yeah, it's not ISP. Yeah, right. Don't get confused. Okay, guys, because since nowadays all your devices are going to support IPv6 and IPv4. Yeah, this is you need to focus it. These three. So what is the IP address, guys? We are using IPv4. Then what is the IP address it's saying? 192.168.1.1, and this is your subnet mask. And gateway, I don't know what is this. There is zeros. I'll explain to you in the next class, guys. Yeah, default gateway we comes to know in the next class. Yep, that's your router IP. Yeah, Vignesh. Right now at the moment you can consider like it's like your router IP. Yep. So right now we are just discussing about only to assign the IP address. Yeah, we comes to know what is default gateway in upcoming classes. Yes. Now you assign that. Then what is the difference between ipconfig slash all and ipconfig? Let's go and type it. ipconfig slash all. Let's see here. Wow, it's a nice information over there, guys, right? Let's see here. Just go up. What is the difference, guys? IPv, if you type ipconfig and ipconfig slash all, what is the difference? Did you notice this? Did you notice this? First of all, there is a physical address over there. What is this, man? There is a physical address is there. What is this? Yeah, guys, this one you need to know now. This is your MAC address, man. This is your MAC address. Guys, every network card, every network interface card, it has a MAC address. We can call it as a BIA address, means burn-in address. It's a unique address, guys. It's a unique address. Are you understand, guys? Everybody? Because every, yeah, it will help you check IP address for wireless, Bluetooth and Ethernet connected. Yeah, that's correct, man. Yeah, right? So network interface card, every NIC card, it has a MAC address, right? So that MAC address is a burn-in address. It's a unique address. Anywhere in the world you can go, every PC, if it is having a NIC card, that NIC card, it has a MAC address. Okay, so this address we can call it as a physical address. Then what is this? What is this address we can call? It's an IP address, and some people they can call it as a logical address. Try to understand, guys. So right now your NIC card, it has a MAC address, and your system, it has a IP address. That IP address we can call it as a logical address. But some people they may ask you in the interview, man, what is the difference between physical address and IP address? Anybody know it? What is the difference between physical address and your IP address? IP address is nothing but logical address. What is the difference? Any idea? So the difference is that the physical address you cannot able to change. You cannot change this physical address, guys. It's a burn-in address. It's by default, it's printed on your NIC card. But the logical address, this IP address, you can change at any time. Right, guys? For example, somebody said to you, man, change this IP address. You can able to change. Right or wrong? Yes or no, everybody, guys? Yeah? Understand that? Okay, and also whenever you type ipconfig/all, you can able to see the MAC address, and you can able to see the IP address, and additionally you can able to see the DNS and DHCP server address. Are you clear, guys? So again my question is that what is DNS, what is DHCP? Already DHCP we discussed. Then what is DNS? Anybody know about it? What is DNS? Just for us to understand. It's a domain name system. Then what is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of that? No, Mr. Singh, it's a name to IP, not IP to name. Yeah? What is the purpose of DNS? Everybody. Right, guys? I just explained to you in easiest way. Everybody has a mobile, right? In your mobile, you have all the contacts. Right, guys? So, do you remember their mobile numbers, or you are going to remember the names? For example, every contact we are going to register with the name, not with the number, right? For example, if you want to dial, you just dial their name, right, guys? Guys, everybody understanding or not? Say yes or no. Yeah. So in the internet, we have a lot of websites are there. Facebook, YouTube, Google, this, that, right? But we always remember the names. We don't remember the IP addresses, right, guys? But usually in the internet, the communication is going to happen based on the IP address. But you are going to type the names, right? You are typing www.facebook.com, www.youtube.com, www.google.com, right? These are the names. So somebody, they are going to resolve this name to IP address. Who is going to take care of that? Your IP, your DNS server is going to take care of that part. Is it clear, guys? So the DNS server, what it's going to do, it's going to resolve your name to IP address. That's the purpose. For example, somebody saying, man, I forgot to enter the DNS server. Can I access the internet? Yes, you can access the internet, but you cannot able to open the websites. You understand, guys? If you remember the IP address of the website, you can type it directly that website. And also I forgot to ask you, to browse the internet, what you are going to use, man? To browse the internet, where you are going to browse your internet? For example, I want to access Facebook or YouTube. Where you are going to do? How you can browse? Help me out, guys. It's a web browser. Which is the web browser? Which is the web browser you are going to use? To access the internet and all, we are going to use the browsers, right? What is the web browser you are going to use? Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, right? And is there any other browsers are there? Yeah, because most of my somebody is. Can you please mute yourself, guys? I'm sorry. Huh? Yeah, yeah. You understand, guys? So to browse any website, we are going to use the browser, right? The browser can be Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera, different websites we are going to use to access, right? Are you understand, guys? The purpose of the DNS is that it's going to resolve your name to IP address. Yeah, without DNS, you cannot access any website. But if you remember the public IP of that, then, oh, I'm using some new word. I'm sorry for that. If you know the IP address of that website, then you can able. Yeah, everybody is okay, guys. So far, everybody is clear. Say yes or no. Yeah. Now, I understood that what is the command we are going to use to check the IP address, guys. You are going to use ipconfig, or else you are going to use ipconfig/all. These are the two commands you are going to use, right? Then after that, there is one more important command you need to know. That command, for example, is physical address and MAC address same? Yeah, it's the same, man. Yeah, physical and MAC address is the same. Is it clear? That's why the physical address we can call it as a MAC address. Is it clear, Mahesh? And some people, in the books they used to write BIA. Remember that BIA is nothing but burn-in address. Yeah, and always remember the physical address you cannot change, but logical address means that's your IP address you can able to change. Yeah, that is the difference between physical and this. And again, this is your 32-bit, that is your 48-bit hexadecimal address. Are you clear, guys? It's a 48-bit hexadecimal address. Your MAC address is a 48-bit hexadecimal address. Yeah, right. Now let's go here. Now I want to check whether I can able to reach this computer in my network or not. Right, guys? The IP address for this one is 1.1 and the IP address is 1.200 and IP address is 1.150. So now my concern is that can I able to reach, right? Can I able to reach from 1.1 to 1.200? Are you understand, guys, everybody? Yeah, I want to check because I want to do some communication between these two computers. So that time what we are going to do, we are going to do the ping. Are you understand, guys? What is ping? Ping is nothing but packet internet gopher. Yeah, packet internet gopher. So that's called a ping. Ping pong. Yeah, that's correct, man. Yeah, it's a ping pong actually. So now what we are going to do to check the connectivity. Actually, not check the connectivity, to check the reachability, ma'am. Yeah, Mr. Singh, to check the reachability. You can say reachability or okay, you can say connectivity, whatever it is. But people used to say reachability to check whether I can able to reach from this computer to this computer. Are you understand, guys? So most of the time we are going to use the tool called ping. Everybody is understand this. Say yes or no, guys. I'm going to show it to you how to use the ping. Let's go and check it. Yep. So let's go to that computer and just go to the command prompt. Then after that, first I want to verify what's my IP address. There you go. Then after that, 192.168.1.1. Now I am trying to ping 192.168.1.200. You understand, guys, how to use this command? This command, it's very simple. You just type the ping, then after that give the space. Yeah, give the space and type the destination IP. And again, here I want to ask you one question. What is the source here? What is the destination here? Help me out, guys. What is the source IP? What is the destination IP? What is the source IP? And from today onwards, you need to learn this terminology, guys. What is the source IP and what is the destination IP? The source IP is 192.168.1.1. And what is the destination IP? What is the destination IP? 1.200. Right, guys? 1.200. So keep in your mind, whenever you are trying to do anything, please think about this terminology. What is the source? What is the destination? And which service you are trying? Which service you are trying now? Ping. Understand, guys? The service I am trying for ping. And what is the job of ping? The job of ping is echo request and echo reply. That is the job of your ping. Again, everybody getting confused. What is this echo request and echo reply? Echo request is nothing but hi. Echo reply is nothing but hello. You understand, guys? So this computer is saying hi. If that guy is there, he is going to say hello. Right, guys? So the request is going from source computer to the destination. If that guy receives that, and he will reply back. So this is called echo request and echo reply. Is it clear, everybody? Because in the interview time, they may ask you what exactly ping does. Ping does echo request and echo reply because it's going to send the echo request from the source computer. The destination computer will receive that and it will send it back the echo reply. Is it clear, everybody? Yep. Everybody is understanding this. Yeah, guys. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the echo request. If that guy is there, he is going to reply back. Let's see and that. Yeah. Oh, what is happening, man? I think we given 1.100. Yeah, Mr. Singh, not 200. I think so. Right, guys? We didn't give 1.200, we given 1.100, I think. Why I am not getting reply? Yeah, no problem. We given 1.100, right? Yeah, I'm getting a reply. Are you understand, guys? So in case if the device is not there in the network, you can see what message you got it, guys. Did you notice that? You got this message, which is request timed out. Yeah, everybody is okay. It's request timed out. If it is there, you got the reply from whom? You got the reply from 1.100. Are you understand, guys? Everybody is clear with this. Yeah? Say yes or no. Everybody is okay. So what you have to do, you can type the ping and you can type the destination IP. So here the destination IP is 1.100. Yeah? So always remember that before you are going to do any changes, for example, I want to check whether that computer is reachable or not, right? So always in the networking, we are going to use the command called ping. So the ping is nothing but it's going to do the echo request and echo reply. Everybody is okay? Yep. So far it's clear. Now I have a reachability. Destination is unreachable. Wow. Because whenever if you have a default gateway, in case, okay guys, in upcoming classes we comes to know about that. Whenever you have a default gateway, in case in case the default gateway is nothing but that's your router, so the request will go to the router, then router will tell you, boss, I'm sorry, I'm not able to reach. Why? Because in my routing table I don't have what you are trying to ask me. For example, one guy came to me and he said that, boss, I want to go Pahim. Then I said, I don't know. You understand, guys? Are you clear, Puran Dada? Destination host unreachable. So which means in case if you assign the gateway, okay, if you assign the default gateway, did you notice that we have an IP address, we have a subnet mask, and we have a default gateway, right? So whenever you assign the default gateway, that time default gateway is nothing but your router. So your request, what it will do all the way, for example, I have a router here, and all the way request will go to the router. Then router, what it will do, it will check the routing table. So what you are trying for, maybe it will check that in the routing table if it is not available, and it will send it back to you. I'm sorry, man, I'm not able to reach that. Yeah, he will not say I don't know. Did you remember, guys? Sometimes we used to say I have no idea. Yeah, Yogesh, you can give that, man. Let's go and do that. Yeah, are you ready, Yogesh? Can we give this IP? Guys, Yogesh have a doubt. Yogesh is thinking in different way. Let's go and give the IP. Yeah, Yogesh, are you ready? So this is the computer I'm going to change. Yeah, go to IP configuration, give 192.168.1.27. Yeah. Now let's go here and verify the IP. What is the IP address, Mr. Yogesh? See here, 192.168.1.27, 1.127, and go to this computer and verify it. Yeah. Then IP config. Now I want to ping 192.168.1.27. Is it clear, Mr. Yogesh? See, I can able to see the reply. Yeah. Here, what is the source? From which computer I tried? I tried from 1.100. Yeah, that is the source and that is the destination. Yeah, Mr. Yogesh, is it clear for you? Yeah, the source is, yes, okay, Mr. Yogesh, is it clear for you? The source is this IP and the destination IP is 192.168.1.127. That's the destination IP. Yeah, this is your source IP, this is your destination IP. All right, guys. Abjit is asking that 127. Yeah, 127 is the loopback, man. Still, I didn't explain to you class A, right? That's why I didn't talk about it. Do you understand, Abjit? Actually, Abjit saying something, guys. He's trying to test our skills. No problem, Abjit. Ask us more. Yeah? Guys, whenever the class A is going to come, that time I'm going to explain to you, because in class C there is some changes are there. Zero network and 127 we don't use it. Yeah? So right now we are in class C, so mostly we are focusing on class C only. Yeah, guys? Uh, Arjun is asking TTL value, time to life. Yeah. Yeah, TTL you will not able to understand, man, because it's like a round trip. For example, up to how many hops I can able to reach. After that, when I'm going to stop. That's actually TTL value. You understand, man? For example, if you are trying for any IP address, if that guy is not able to reach and how many hops I can go. Because whenever there is a routing concept is there, Arjun, that time I'm going to explain to you what is the TTL value. Yeah, it's like a loop avoidance mechanism. You can say at the moment it's a loop avoidance mechanism. Yeah, and somebody is asking questions. Which device having 1.127? This one, sir. This is having 1.127. Yeah, is it clear? 1.127 is this IP, and this one is 1.100. Yeah, yeah. Previously it was 1.150, sir. I changed it because actually one guy he asked me. I don't know his name. I forgot it. Yeah, he asked me to do the changes. I did that. Yeah. This is 1.1. This is 1.100, and this is 1.127. Guys, everybody is okay so far. Any doubts about class C? Can we go for class B or we will do it in next class? What do you think? Actually, Purandada is not satisfied, man. We need to make him satisfied. Yes, Purandada, you have some question there. You are saying that request timed out means I'm saying by your face, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea means it's a request. I'm saying that, man, I know a lot of stuff, but I have no idea about this. Yeah, Purandada? Because the router it's going to maintain a routing table. It's going to have a different destinations. Yeah, so whenever the request comes to the router, then router will tell you, I'm sorry, I have no idea about that. It will not say by face, I don't know. Yeah, Puranda, is it clear for you? By face, we usually we don't say I don't know, right? We used to say I have no idea. Okay, guys, now let me understand one thing, guys. Let's go and pause this. It's not required to record. Go and start the recording. Yeah, it's simple, buddy. Mesh topology, nobody is used that. Once you understand that, you will say, sir, what is this? I don't want to use it. Yeah, let's go and see. You have a computer 1, yeah, and you have a computer 2, you have a computer 3, and you have a computer 4. Mesh topology is nothing but computer 1 is connecting to computer 2, computer 1 is connecting to computer 4, computer 1 is connecting to computer 3. Computer 2 connecting to computer 1, computer 2 connecting to computer 4, and computer 2 connecting to computer 3. Computer 3 connecting to C1, computer 2, and computer 4. And same way, computer 4 is going to connect each other. So this is called mesh. But these many NIC cards, you are going to connect it, man. If you have 10 computers, where you will put 10 cards? It's like a mesh. Are you understand, Yogesh? Everybody, is it clear the mesh topology, guys? So the device in the network which is going to connect with other devices. So other devices they connect to each other. That's called, yeah, that is called mesh. Yeah, perfect. Now let's go on, guys, because most of them, they are going to